I'm not gonna lie, the way I got into Dark Souls was pretty interesting. On my YouTube Explore page, I will constantly see videos on how Dark Souls saved them and how it changed their lives. One day, I decided to watch one of these videos, and this one statement intrigued me.
I noticed myself eating better, working out more, drinking less, being more willing to take on challenges at my job. Everything Dark Souls taught me without realizing.
After hearing this in my head, I'm thinking like, what the hell? These games are known to be extremely hard, unforgiving, grueling. Oh my. And also, you mean to tell me there's a chance my depression can be lifted by fighting berserk apostle looking demons? Could this game really change your life? I don't know, because I was saying and seeing this from the outside looking in. So I decided to buy the game on Steam and see where fate takes me. I made it to the character creation and I was immediately surprised by the funny ass faces on this game. Now when it came to picking my class, I was torn between knight and warrior. Just for a second, I swear it couldn't have been any longer. I thought about deprived, but I came to my senses. This game most likely has no plot armor, and if this game were to treat me like a weak background character like in Berserk, I'd much rather have armor, so the knight I chose. The game started me off in this place called Undead Asylum, and if you ask me, they couldn't have chose a more horrifying place. And on top of that, I am starting one of the hardest games with a broken sword? So anyways, I made it to the bonfire, opened the door. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And just like that, I was fighting my first Dark Souls boss. I dodged, then I attacked, and only did 1 to 3 damage. I started to panic because I thought my first testament was to kill this seemed to be Yonko level threat with a broken weapon. I started smashing pots because maybe the more stronger weapons was in there. I was mistaken. So I decided to pull a Joseph Joestar and get the hell out of there, which I'm glad I did because I eventually found a sword and now it was time for my rematch. One of my favorite quotes from Sun Tzu is, if you have the high ground, don't hesitate to strike from above. What page you say? Well, it was revealed to me in a dream. I was pretty ecstatic to beat my first Dark Souls boss. Even if it was the tutorial boss, I felt masculine. Like there was a sudden adrenaline rush. Even though I had got my ass beaten by like 6 times fighting the tutorial boss, I wanted to prove myself even more and test my limit. I then ran to this ledge and got carried by this huge raven, and then boom, I was in Firelink's shrine. I then rested at the bonfire and took some time to upgrade some skills. I didn't really know what to upgrade. All I know is in any game, you can never go wrong with upgrading health or strength. After I done that, I talked to this S-class doomer who told me I had to ring 2 bells of awakening. One's at a church and one's at a place called Blight Town. The first area I made it to was Undead Burg. This area scared the shit out of me. Not even a minute into the area, I already seen a dragon. And yeah, let's just say it was a learning curve, more so because I was terrible at conserving stamina, which at times cost me my life. I would more often than not mistime my swings. Embarrassingly enough, I didn't even know I had heals in my inventory. I fell victim to a troll message. Try jumping. Most likely gonna die, but yep, I did. I later seen an enemy so strong that I could just feel his negative nin through the computer screen. Yeah, no way I'm going there. Little did I know the next obstacle for me was going to give me hell. What made this boss hard for me is I had a hard time predicting his heavy ass swings. My game plan was to stay close to his feet as possible, but that sometimes didn't work out as planned, maybe more so because of how terrible my movement was. Fucking Jesus. I returned again with the same exact game plan. This time I got lucky and he fell to his death. But I was a bit worried though because I didn't know whether he would respond back or not because I died. It turns out he didn't respawn and I was able to move on to the next area. But I couldn't believe what I ran into next. There was this mysterious, courageous force of a man that just demanded respect as soon as I saw him. He was so inspirational. He made me want to appreciate the sun a lot more than I usually do. I'm not gonna lie, with the power of the sun, I feel like I can take down anything this game has to offer me. This little motivational boost didn't last me long, however. I noticed my health was low and stopped to heal. Yeah, this dragon kinda was a pain in the ass for me. I eventually got past him though, which seems like I got really lucky, I'm not gonna lie to you. I attuned to the bonfire, and let me tell you, this bonfire attunement was very satisfying because just running back here and just, oh my goodness, it was terrible. After that, I felt a warm aura just calling my name, so much so I just couldn't ignore it, and there it was, the claymore. But sadly enough, at this point in time, I didn't have enough strength, so I couldn't equip it as of right now. But that just brings us on to the next area, Undead Marsh. What in the world is that? That's a freaking robot dog, man. Before I fought the bull, I don't know why I called it robot dog. My only excuse is I was tired. I felt like it would be a lot easier to take out the enemies first, so that I did. Since I figured this was going to be a tough fight, I used some gold pine resin, that of which I got from a chest in Undead Bird. I sat up in my gaming chair, turned on some David Goggins.
Who's gonna carry the boats and the logs?
And jumped into the fray. He barely gave me any time to react. Oh shit, this is really bad, please stop. Thankfully, he hit me out of the fire, and just like that, the fight was over in like 15 seconds. Some say it was luck, I think it was a different type of blessing. After that, I went into this tunnel, killed some hollows, climbed the ladder, and then went through the fog into the next area. I saw an enemy I never seen before. He was giving me the work, so I ran. I mean, just look at how he's moving, as if he's the main character. He later killed me as I tried to heal. I guess he kinda was the main character. Now, there is a reason why this clip is called, What Have I Got Myself Into? I decided to skip that other night for now and decided to run past enemies, which eventually led me into this church. Oh, bro. Holy, what have I got myself into? 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 Anyways, instead of going straight to that church, I went the other direction and found out that there was a bonfire, attuned to it, and kindled for the first time ever. Talked to the blacksmith.
You must be a new arrival.
I then headed on back to the church. I then saw that the game wanted me to summon something. I just pressed yes because I had no idea what that does. What happens if I summon him? What did I just do? Unbeknownst to me at the time, I had summoned a whole player. I thought Dark Souls was purely only single player, and that this summon had to do with some in-game lore or something. I don't know. He helped get me through the church and led me to a very ominous guy.
Oh, still human, are you? Then I am in luck. Could you help me? As you can see, I am stuck without recourse. Thank you. Yes, sincerely. I am Knight Lautrec of Karim. I truly appreciate this, and I guarantee a reward. Only later.
Yeah, that man's gonna betray me. The way he sounded is very... He then led me to the gargoyles, where he eventually died. And after he died, the power of Flincher plot armor wore completely off for me. These two bosses was the biggest obstacle for me in the whole game. I probably died at least 38 times. I would always get the first one low, then the second one would just make it so much harder. But I figured if I could just kill the first one before the second one makes it to me, it should be easy, right? So the key was to maximize my DPS. But the problem was all my gold pine risen went to waste because of shit like this. And just like that, I was out of pine risen. How does fighting cowboy make this look so easy? I seriously thought about deleting the game. I was certainly in the lowest spirits when suddenly I felt a touch on my shoulder, and it felt so majestic. It made me remember that one time when I looked at the sun for the first time. So the one and only time I decided to call upon him. Thank you, finally, thank you. Thank you. And just like that, the first bell was wrong. Part 2 is coming soon, and it's going to be me beating the game. All I need to do is finish the editing. Hope you guys enjoyed it.